Hello. Hello, YouTube world. Hi.
Hello, David Robinson.
Hi, David. How are you? Hi, Mopar. How are you?
Looks like we have the retired NBA basketball players with us.
It's good to see you all. How's everyone doing? I'm excited to see this movie that I've never seen before by David Lynch. Tonight is really a night to honor his legacy. It's about more than just this one movie. It's about his legacy. So comment below if you're a David Lynch fan, if you're a fan of his work. I'm in for a treat. Okay.
I'll tell you.
I know many of his films are surreal and obscure, but I know that they make you think. I like to think outside the box of formulaic derivative plots. So I'm excited to see this movie. The last David Lynch film I saw, I believe, was Mulholland Drive. I actually saw that not too long ago. It was very unpredictable. I love it when films surprise me because it's quite hard to be original these days because so many plots have already been told. So anything that aims to be original, I have so much respect for. I heard this is very unique and unpredictable, so I'm excited. So comment below if you're a David Lynch fan. Comment below if you've seen this movie before. Or if this is your first time watching it with us. We're wearing blue to represent blue velvet. I even have blue eyeshadow. I couldn't resist. Represent.
I have blue roots in my hair, but you can't see them.
We will have a time code here. So whenever everyone's ready, we'll do a countdown. And so you can watch on your own device and sync up with this time code. Mopar asked a good question. Are we watching normal or extended version?
I don't know. Good question, Mopar. The edition we're watching is exactly 2 hours long.
So the edition that is exactly 2 hours long, so whichever one that is.
My guess is that it is the normal.
So most likely the normal version.
2 hours long.
He's made more than just Dune. Yes.
So, David Robinson, I know you're a fan of David Lynch. If you're still on, or if you're in and out, that's cool too. We'll be here watching.
David, what are some of your favorite Lynch films? So we showed one of the films that we made, our feature film, which I believe David also saw. We showed it in front of an audience, and this 2-time Tony nominee who we've studied acting classes with told us that our film reminded him of David Lynch. So if you like David Lynch, you might like our film, Twin Flame Hotel.
Well, I can just tell you this: David Robinson has actually seen Twin Flame Hotel.
I know David has. Yes. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get it an actual name. You can adjust your screen name. So now everyone look up who David Robinson is.
He's a basketball player. Played for the San Antonio Spurs for 15 years.
David's one of the few people who have actually seen our film at a film festival, a couple of film festivals around Atlanta. And the one festival that David got to see, it actually did win Best Feature Film, which was such an honor. But yeah, I mean, whenever I make movies, I like to be thought-provoking. And I heard this film is thought-provoking, so I'm very excited to see it.
It provokes many things.
It provokes
many things. You'll see. I'm not going to say anything. I already have, though.
Comment below if you're wearing blue tonight to sport the blue velvet color. This was Dennis Hopper's. Dennis Hopper is in this? Oh, cool. I've always liked Dennis Hopper and everything I've seen him in. I really enjoyed him. Oh, Mulholland Drive is one of your favorites. We need to talk about Mulholland Drive because I don't know. I think I need to watch it a few more times to fully come close to processing it and understanding it. Mopar, you know about Twin Flame Hotel. Yeah. I've been talking about Twin Flame Hotel with Mopar since he started taking my yoga classes years ago.
The thing about Mulholland Drive is if you've watched it once, you've done good.
It's hard to.
If you see it twice, you've done bad.
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure. You've seen it many times. It feels different each time.
If you see it 3 or more times, you've done good.
Yeah, I always thought Dennis Hopper makes a great villain as well. He's got that energy, you know? He's got that fun kind of likable villain energy, like a villain but with charisma, right? All right. Let me grab my tea. I'll be right back and then we'll get started.
Hey everyone. I'm having a good time. Not. So for this film, no, we're not going to show the movie, Dave. We're just going to show this clock. But sometimes I'll throw up a little mirror that reflects it, and then you can kind of see where we're at, what we're reacting to. So, yeah. But yes, it is absolutely the normal version for anyone else who's out there watching. This is actually this is probably my favorite of David Lynch's films. Probably my favorite. I feel like it's the most. I hate the word accessible, but I feel like it's the most accessible.
Most accessible. Yeah. All right, cool.
Unless you watch The Straight Story, but.
I think this one is the most accessible, but also extremely Lynchian at the same time. Okay. Well, I'm very excited. Barlord, Mopar, David. Hi, Sean. Hi, Daniel. Just comment ready when you're ready, when you have it all ready on your device. And once you're ready to watch it on your device, we will hit the timer and sync up with you.
I'm just trying to see. Okay.
So I got my tea ready. I got my blue.
Also,
got my velvet.
Also, the version we're watching, you can find it very easily on Archive. There's a website if you don't have the movie called archive.org.
Archive.org. Okay, good to know. Yes, archive.org. You can find the film.
It's a free use.
Free use. And this is the 2 hours and 32 second. 2 hours and 32 second version on archive.org. Awesome, David. We'll hang out as long as you'd like. Hopefully you get a kick out of what you see, at least. It's my first time watching this David Lynch film. I don't know anything about it, except David Lynch made it. And
I still don't know anything about it.
I wanted to honor his legacy. So let's just take a moment of silence and think about David Lynch and his contributions. Thank you, David Lynch, for everything you contributed to the film industry and all the lives you touched through the art of storytelling. All right. Are you ready? Barlord's ready. Sean's ready. David says amen. Get my earpiece in. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we're about to start the timer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Daniel's ready. All right, here we go. We're going to count down from 5 so we can all hit play together at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play your movie.
That is the MGM Lion.
Yes, I hear the MGM Lion.
Dino De Laurentiis.
A David Lynch film. I see blue, like literally blue velvet curtains. Blue velvet. There we go.
Yeah, the opening credits are kind of like an old black and white movie.
Isabella Rossellini.
Old Technicolor film.
Dennis Hopper. And Laura Dern. Okay. With Hope Lang. Priscilla Pointer. This does feel a little Hitchcock. George Dickerson.
A little bit like the opening of Vertigo or something.
Yeah. It's kind of mysterious, intriguing. I like the literal blue velvet curtains.
Right.
Executive producer Richard Roth. Okay. Sound designer Alan Splett. Edited by Dwayne Durham. Director of photography Frederick Elms. Screenplay by David Lynch.
I would love to have been able to edit a David Lynch movie, like with him telling me how to do it. Like that would have been cool.
Oh, it's the song. Oh, blue velvet, more blue velvet. Wah, wah, wah. So I saw a white picket fence. I'm already reminded of American Beauty with the roses. Another white picket fence with tulips.
Simpler time.
Kids crossing the street. Velvet. So it looks like a nice neighborhood, a friendly neighborhood. People working on their lawn, some ladies sipping tea, watching violence on TV. Something tells me this is about to be ironic. The music looks like he's getting his hose all mixed up. Oh my gosh, is the hose about to burst? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. What is happening to him? And the dog's just like on top of him? What's happening to him?
Looks like he's strangled. Or is it accidental strangling or something? Or
So I guess the music was meant to be ironic because it got dark pretty fast. What darkness lies below the surface? Started off all happy. Here I thought we were going to have a happy little movie. Oh, are those roaches? Welcome to Lumberton.
have you ever been there?
No, have you?
Not yet.
Comment if you've ever been to Lumberton. Is Lumberton a real place or a fictional place? Musical voice. So it looks like some guy in kind of a dressy suit walking through the woods. And he's coming upon a house, a little shed. The music's still nice and kind of jazzy. That's nice. Nice music. So we have this city, cars. Oh gosh, well, he didn't die. That's nice. Is that his son, I wonder? Oh, that's his dad.
Thank you, David.
Thanks for saying hi, David. Oh my goodness. So I guess the hose accidentally like strangled him. I see a little shed back there in the yard. Throwing rocks. I never really understood the fun of just throwing rocks. I know some people find that amusing, but ooh, what is that?
What do you think it is?
It's an ear. Is that supposed to be his ear? But he was on a different lawn. He wasn't there when he got. Why would there be a random ear on the lawn? What is he doing? Don't tell me he's going to try to pick up the ear. Why would you do that? Ew. Yuck. What? So was somebody like murdered? Hi, Marlith. How are you?
Marlith.
Marlith. Shout out to Marlith, our first executive producer Patreon.
Shout out, buddy.
Rickard/Marlith. We are watching Blue Velvet, and the main character just picked up an ear.
He found the ear, if you've seen this before. If you haven't, it should make sense.
He just found an ear on the ground, picked it up, put it in a bag, and now he's got it at the police station. But we're at 7 minutes and 53 seconds if you want to watch along. Archive.org, you can find Blue Velvet. Empire Jeff. Laura Dern was in Jurassic Park. That's right. I like Laura Dern. Yeah, I've seen her in a bunch of movies. I always thought Laura Dern was a great actress. She's very like real and grounded in her characters. So it's a real human ear.
What's going on?
How are you tonight, Empire Jeff? 50 ears on the ground meant something. This is quite a mystery. Oh, icky. Oh gosh. Who would cut someone's ear off with scissors? Oh my goodness.
A real sicko, a madman, an animal.
So is this going to be turned into like a murder mystery? Coin currency.
I'm already noticing that every single scene is shot in some unique way.
Mm-hmm. Old ladies just knitting, very cliche. I don't know why in movies they always make old ladies knit. Like when you have gray hair, you're a little older, you can do other things other than knit and just watch TV. It is possible. My parents have gray hair. They do a lot more than just knit and watch TV. But maybe this is saying something about stereotypes. I don't know. So this guy,
I like how he buttons his shirt all the way up to the top.
Yeah, all the way up to the top.
I should have done that.
Yeah, you should. It's not too late. Should Michael button his shirt all the way to the top? If we have enough votes that say yes, he'll do it. It'll change the entire experience. We have to let them vote, though. Or should Michael just unbutton his shirt all the way? I'm just kidding. Oh, so that's interesting. So there's like a shot just going into the ear. So that must be a metaphor for maybe going into the ear, into the brain. A lot of how we perceive the world is through our ears. So maybe that's a metaphor for how we perceive the outside world. There's Laura Dern. 1111, make a wish. Wow, he's a little depressed. Well, he doesn't seem like a very happy individual.
It really is made like an old black and white film. That's what it feels like. It feels like you could make this black and white.
So all we heard was a lady's voice say, "You're the one who found the ear." Now she's emerging from the shadows. That's a fun shot. She's just like emerging from the darkness. It's Laura Dern. How did she know he's the one who found the ear?
She hears things. Hence the ear.
Oh, I heard a few things about the ear. I wonder if she cut off the ear. Why is she so flirty? Oh my gosh, she's so like flirty.
Come on, I'll show you. Do you want to see about the ear?
Seems like the ear is like exciting her. Are you the one who found out about the ear? Are you the one? Her voice is all like.
She had to have been directed to talk like this. Always talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
What is she doing? Is she trying to seduce him?
Let's go see the ear. She's a senior in high school.
So I didn't act like that when I was in high school. Lincoln Street. Okay.
Now they're walking back.
Wait, what happened? We don't get to see what happened?
They just went and saw the building.
Okay.
She just showed him the building.
Okay. But we didn't get to see. It just jumped to them walking back.
Yeah.
Interesting cut. The chicken walk? What a weirdo. What a weirdo. Suddenly he just became a
I always love
12-year-old.
the chicken walk moment. That's great.
So wait, is he supposed to be in high school?
No, he's graduated.
Because he looks older. She doesn't look like she's in high school either.
Have you ever seen the chicken walk?
Comment below if you've ever seen the chicken walk. That's goofy.
By the way, this is considered a masterpiece of American cinema.
Interesting that this character is blind. Like, is that just, that has to be intentional, right? So he's in grad school or college? How did he know she'd just be hanging out right outside of the school?
He is nice looking. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
And he can do that chicken walk.
He can do the chicken walk. I like the music. Oh, what a cute little diner place. Sneaky, sneaky.
This is a good place to start, Merlith.
Archive.org. Sync up with us if you want to watch along. Archive.org, it's free. You can watch it for free. He just happens to have that. A Jehovah's Witness? Dangerous.
That's true.
That's where we are right now. We're at that place. So they're really doing it. They're going to try to break into this lady's house. She's going to distract him.
Does this feel like the guy who made Mulholland Drive made this also?
Not exactly yet. I mean, it is weird, but it's not as weird as Mulholland Drive yet.
It's a little bit more normal movie, but with weird undertones.
I wonder if it'll get weirder as we go. My mug even matches the blue. Everything's blue for Blue Velvet theme.
This apartment building is strange. Why is this apartment building in the town of Lumberton?
I wonder if they're going to be successful in prying a window open so he can break in later. I wonder if something weird is about to happen. I have blue eye makeup too. You noticed. Yeah, I had to represent the blue. I'm also wearing blue socks.
Does it feel like a movie from 1986, or does it feel more?
No, this was made in 1986.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a little more modern.
Feels a little more modern-y, or at least less bound by the time in which it came out.
I mean, I can see how it definitely feels somewhere between 1986 and like 1990-ish. But it's already pretty intriguing, at least, this whole ear thing.
The ear thing.
It's strange. Pest control. Wow, look at her hair. So now it definitely feels like the 80s. Look at her hair. Oh my gosh.
How many of you have ever been into an apartment that looked like that?
I like the red carpet everywhere. She's wearing a red dress. This must be symbolic of something. Everything's red.
The apartment looks like the set of The Room.
It kind of does. She's just like leaning to the side wearing this red dress. This is an interesting wide shot too. Here we go. Let's see if the fake Jehovah's Witness will distract her long enough. Oh, there's a guy there. What? What happened to the girl who was supposed to distract her?
He just took the keys, right?
Yeah. She looks worried. Who was that weirdo? He just stole her keys. So risky. So he just committed a crime.
But this is an opportunity to gain knowledge and experience.
Right.
Like he said.
Right. Yeah, Marlith, you're right. That character was all yellow. I definitely love this jazz.
I want his haircut.
I want the soundtrack. You should have done your hair like that.
I don't think I could do it if I tried. It's like a hat on his
Yours
head.
isn't straight enough. Yeah. You need a professional stylist probably to do that. Marlith, are you synced up on archive.org? It's like the default hairpiece for Lego minifigures. You're right. That's exactly what it looks like. He looks like a big Lego man.
Oh,
She loves Mike.
She just friend zoned him.
Aw, poor guy. Wait, so she's involved with someone she loves?
She just said, "I love Mike."
Who's Mike?
We haven't seen Mike.
He doesn't seem to care, though. He just wants her time and company. Comment if you want this soundtrack. I'm loving the jazz.
If she wasn't interested in him, would she tell him that? Just so you know, I love Mike.
I mean, she's acting like she's interested in him, yet she's saying, I love Mike. So she's.
What does that tell you?
She's sending mixed signals.
What does that tell you?
She doesn't know what she wants.
Tells me that she likes him, but
Oh, here comes the blue lady, what we've all been waiting for. Oh, that's her.
Miss Dorothy Valens. Silencio.
What? Velvet. Blue velvet. Oh, so she's a jazz singer.
That's right, Merlith. It's just like the Power Rangers. I think Laura Dern's a bit intimidated by this woman.
Blue. She's got a nice voice. Looks like he's falling in love with her. Or maybe he's just falling in love with the song.
He sort of reminds me of a Disney prince.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Like
he looks just kind of like a classic kind of
like he could he could have played the live action mermaid. Yeah. Little Mermaid.
The blue lady, the yellow man, the red lady. Like Power Rangers. Yeah, it's interesting how he's characterizing these characters as colors. And she's all in pink, so that must mean something too.
Her name's Sandy.
Like Sandra D.
Sandy's just a very innocent.
Yeah. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. Innocent. She's lying. She wants to see him.
You should say, I get that a lot.
What do y'all think? Do you think he's a detective or a pervert?
Remember, the rule in scripts is if something is said about a character,
it's usually
true.
Yeah. General rule of thumb. Yeah, she's also got like the blonde hair, which signifies sort of like sweet, innocent, blue eyes, pink. But she seems kind of conflicted, like she has some conflicting wants and needs.
Does anyone else find it strange that we're in this classic town right out of the 1950s with the picket fences, but then there's this industrial, like dark, shady hotel,
yeah,
not hotel, apartment building that's like,
yeah, that doesn't seem real.
That seems completely
unfitting,
like out of a dream.
Yeah,
a nightmare place.
Right. So now I'm hearing some suspenseful music, so I'm guessing something suspenseful is happening. Very suspenseful indeed. She's like all set to honk the horn. She's got like 2 fingers on the horn, like all set and ready to go. We're like listening to him urinate.
Did you hear what he said? Heineken.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's what he drank earlier. Is a Heineken. Oh, did he miss? Oh no, he didn't hear because he was flushing the toilet. He didn't hear the honks. Oh no. Is he gonna get caught? Corona? You like Corona, Barlord? Oh my, she's undressing. Oh gosh. I had a Corona once when I was in college. I never really liked alcohol, though.
She's the daughter of Ingrid Bergman from
Oh.
Casablanca.
Oh. I can see
You
the
can tell by the
resemblance.
voice.
I can see the resemblance too. She's wearing nothing but high heels and lingerie. Interesting.
It's very realistic.
Oh, good for you, Marlith. I wouldn't start if I were you. No judgment if you're a drinker, but I'm just a health coach, so I like to be healthy. But it's not too bad in moderation. Oh my gosh, so that was a wig. Her hair was a full wig. Is he gonna spy on her while she like takes a shower or something? Oh my gosh.
What did Laura Dern say to him?
That he's a pervert. She put the wig back on. Yes. Adding lime to Corona is a thing. I wonder if she knows he's in there. If she like saw him.
He's there to gain knowledge and experience.
Oh, she's got the knife. She knows someone's in there.
Look at that TV with the antenna.
I know. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh! Did she stab him? I just wanted to see you. Never before this. Well, I guess that's true. Oh my gosh, now she's making him undress. I guess that's one way to get back at him. She's making him do it. Oh my gosh, is she gonna get all excited about this? Is that where this is going? He's just a lingerie detective. That's one way of looking at it. What? Nobody would act that way. They would just call the cops. Most women. is she doing? That would never happen. Oh my goodness. Well, this teaches people it's okay to break into ladies' houses. What? How weird.
This is how David Lynch thinks all relationships start.
Like this? Wow. Very unique, I must say. I wonder if this is going to be the man in yellow again. Yellow man. Oh no, it's a different guy. Oh, Dennis Hopper. Oh gosh. Oh wow. So she's dating a big jerk. Oh my goodness. Charming. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she's dating an alcoholic douchebag. So she was sort of treating him the way he treats her. That's what it seems like. Because she told him, "Don't look at me." And now he's telling her, "Don't look at me." What is he doing?
It's nitrous oxide.
So, what is that called? The mommy? What?
Merle, if you're watching this,
Okay, so he's got some issues.
I think this is going to be the weirdest film we've done a reaction to on the channel so far. I think this tops out the weirdest.
This is definitely the weirdest scene we've watched before.
Well, the movie just gets weirder from here.
Why is he acting like a baby and calling her mommy?
He's on nitrous oxide.
This is a bizarre fetish. So he keeps saying, "Don't look at me."
The Room with Tommy Wiseau, Mopar.
And now he's like putting the blue velvet in her mouth and in his mouth. Oh. Oh.
I think this beats The Room.
Ah. This looks demented. What is he doing? Okay, so he never even took his clothes off. He's just acting like a lunatic. Okay. This scene is. I have no words. I have no words. Ineffable. Very bizarre. What? Do it for Van Gogh? Like Vincent Van Gogh?
What did Vincent Van Gogh do?
He was a painter?
What did he famously do?
Starry Night?
Yes, but he also did something else. Cut off his own ear.
Oh, he did. That's right. He cut off his own ear and he mailed it to someone. I thought that was Picasso.
No, it's Van Gogh.
That was Van Gogh. Wow, what a nut job. Why would she be in any type of relationship with that crazy person? So now she wants to be held. So she's trying to find comfort in this stranger who broke into her house and watched her. Makes total sense. So, well, now this feels a little more like Mulholland Drive. How could she be in the mood after that psycho just like did what he did? Like, what is the matter?
What's wrong with these people?
Seems like she's just as crazy as her lover, if you'd call that a lover. Hit me? So she likes to be abused. So she's definitely disturbed. That's what I'm getting from this. She's in an abusive relationship. She likes to be abused. She's got some issues. But that doesn't mean she cut off the guy's ear. So maybe the other guy cut off the ear. Because he said do it for Van Gogh. So maybe he's responsible for the ear. The mysterious ear. Certificate of marriage. Okay. Okay, so he refused to hit her, and now he's going back. I wonder if the girl, what's her name? Sandy. I wonder if Sandy is still in the car waiting this whole time. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Yeah, the surrealism is definitely starting to kick in. So it kind of feels a little more like Mulholland Drive with the surrealism. Like you don't know what's real, what's imagined. It went okay.
Yeah.
Totally normal. Normal experience.
Learned a few things.
Learned a few things. I think I'm starting to understand why David was like, you're in for a real treat. This complete madness. How do you explain that to anyone?
Why is there organ music playing?
Yeah, the organ music's interesting. Yeah. Is he crying? Mm. As the organ progresses. Mm. A symbol of hope in the darkness. So you just have to wait for the robins. You're a neat girl. You're a neat girl. He seems very moved by that robin story. You're a neat girl. Comment if you've ever had a dream like that, where there's darkness and then a symbol of hope, like robins.
Was that music because they were by a church?
I'm guessing that might have had something to do with it. Did he come? Is he coming back? He's back.
So your dreams are something like this movie, Merle.
Sometimes my dreams are really bizarre. Other times they're a little more like reality.
Now you know where I got the closet bit.
Oh my. The Slow Club. That's an interesting name for a club. The Slow Club. More Heineken.
It's the only song she sings.
It's the only song. Oh, there's Evil Guy watching. He looks touched. What a nut. What a nut.
Somehow this makes him worse.
So he's kidnapped the husband and the son and makes her perform. Oh my gosh, and he's holding the blue velvet. What a psycho. I was like haunted by vivid nightmares as a kid and always just say, oh. Oh yeah. I used to have memories. The Blob was the first scary movie I saw when I was a kid. I used to have nightmares about the Blob when I was like 5. Recurring nightmares. He's like clutching, like, oh.
The Show Club.
Is it the Show Club or the Slow Club?
Slow Club. I don't know. Slow Club. It's amazing that Lumberton has this criminal underworld.
Yeah. So, what do y'all think is going to happen? Any hypotheses? Hypotheses? A woodchuck chuck. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the way woodchuck, 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 wood. So now it's like a happy day again. Yay. No more weird twisted stuff. They're just football players. Sunny day. Arlene's Diner. They're there at the diner again. Is he going to tell her what happened? Oh, the yellow man.
Dang it. He actually is called the Yellow Man.
Yeah, he calls him the yellow man.
Yeah, in the movie. What, Barlow, were you the one that called it that earlier?
I think that was Merlith.
Merlith.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It just gets deeper and deeper.
Oh. Maybe he should go to the police. No, he's addicted to this mystery. What? But she loves Mike. What? She loves Mike.
Spoilers, I'm Mike.
Yeah, I guess she was the catalyst that sparked this mystery detective work, this illegal detective work. Oh, here we go again. We hear this song. It's going to be stuck in my head after this movie. It's a fun song, but now I'm going to like associate it with this movie.
It juxtaposes with this movie.
Yeah, this weird movie. She's wearing red. She only wears red or blue. That's all she wears is red or blue. He's back. Wow, just get right to it. I wonder if she's gonna ask him to do some really like weird,
Look at that TV.
freaky stuff. Yeah, it's like something at the antenna.
That antenna makes no sense.
Like that shot. You keep seeing that shot of the antenna. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Why is he hitting her? What is happening?
He's given into the dark side.
Apparently. What did she say? I have your disease in me? Ugh. Your disease? That's not something you want to hear in a bedroom. What?
Yes, Merla, this is how babies are made in David Lynch's mind.
Mm. I think she's a little crazy. My special friend. Ew. What an icky thing to say. I'll call you. I'll call you. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like there's other people with him too. Uh-oh. Is he about to get beaten up? Mm. Oh gosh. Uh, I don't blame him. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Now he's like in some serious trouble. Joyride.
What has Jeffrey gotten himself into this time?
He should have stayed away. Mm.
It's not joyous for Jeffrey, but it's joyous for us.
He looks a little uncomfortable. What do y'all think's gonna happen? That sign said, "This is it." So it seems like Frank has like other evil friends.
All in Lumberton.
I wonder who those people are. Oh, look who it is.
Do you know who that is?
Yes,
Who?
it's
I don't know his name.
what is his name? I know that actor though. So these are just all bad guys where the bad guys hang out. Look at his makeup. He's wearing lipstick. Mm. Oh my goodness. So what do these people do, I wonder?
Yeah, who are these people?
Like, what do they do? This music. I wonder if it's just going to get weirder and weirder. Oh my gosh. What?
Why is he friends with this guy? Who is this guy?
Who is he?
Is he his drug dealer or something?
I mean, that's what I was. Are they doing drugs? Like,
Mopar, are you still watching?
are y'all still there? Thoughts? It's pretty bizarre. But maybe by the end of this, there'll be some sort of deeper meaning revealed to all of this. Some meaning to the madness.
It's almost like David Lynch wanted to outdo himself with each scene. Let's make each scene weirder.
Yeah. So they're just beating him up. So I feel like there's got to be some message to this madness, something about the dark sides of the human psyche or something. That's what I'm guessing. It's like a metaphor, maybe, for the dark sides of us that we want to repress. Oh, okay. Something to do with money, selling drugs, maybe. Yeah, looks like drugs. Yeah, I don't blame you for being confused, Mopar.
I'm confused too.
But a lot of people talk about this film. So strange. What? The candy colored cloud they call the Sandman? What? What is this like supposed to be hell? Like what in the world? It seems like our villain like just gets hypnotized by music. So maybe that's a way to distract him and run away.
So now it's a musical.
Yeah. He's like into it.
I like this better than Joker Folie à Deux's musical number.
So he's singing "In Dreams I Walk with You." So I wonder if this is about our subconscious mind and this character represents how our darker repressed thoughts come out in our dreams sometime. Just a guess. I just try to interpret this madness. So absurd. What? Yeah, so his character must represent like our primal instincts, like our basic like id, like
So he's
our
the id.
yeah, I feel like
Jeffrey's the
he's representing like Freudian concepts here, is what it seems, of the human psyche. So like he represents our subconscious dark primal instincts, our violent and our id.
Once it's over, I'll read off the themes.
And then he represents like the super ego because he has a conscience, is what I'm thinking. But I'm just speculating. I don't know. Yeah, he's like saying, "Don't look at me." Like he doesn't want anyone to look at him because if he's the id, he doesn't want the super ego to judge him, right? The nitrous oxide. Yeah, all he's thinking of is like primal instincts, like no conscience, no ability to have a brain functioning higher than your primal instincts. Oh, and yeah, our super ego tries to repress our id as
Right.
human beings. The super ego is trying to shut him out, shut him down. Why is he kissing him with lipstick? Maybe that has something to do with like the oral fixation phase that he's, like if they're Freudian concepts, then maybe that's what that represents.
Well, who's the ego if Jeffrey's the super ego?
So if Jeffrey's a super ego,
There's the ego, super ego, and the id.
right?
Is she the ego? Dorothy Valance?
Maybe. Oh my gosh. So in dreams, I walk with you. So they represent aspects of the human mind that come together in dreams. Because oftentimes when we dream, that's when we process our subconscious, repressed, dark thoughts. In dreams.
Dennis Hopper is this may be one of the craziest performances I've ever seen.
Yeah. my gosh, he's gonna stuff that thing in his mouth. What does the blue velvet represent? Oh, ugh. Mm. Mm. And then it's like cutting to this weird lady who's just dancing. My gosh. Back to this shot of the candle, the flame. We keep seeing these shots of this
He
candle.
loves that candle.
What does a candle mean? Well, I guess he just got beat up. I saw that coming. But he's still alive.
Dennis Hopper used to drink 20 beers a day.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad for you. So that's like, that can kill you.
I think he already was a little crazy. And then you give him this part, and then he's. Originally, it wasn't nitrous oxide. He was going to be breathing helium.
Oh.
So he would talk with that helium voice.
Oh,
Which would have
weird.
been even weirder.
Oh gosh. He seems really traumatized, but he's alive. Ugh. Yeah, he has a guilty conscience. He has a conscience. Wow.
My theory is that he's the David Lynch's. He represents David Lynch like through the movie.
Mm. Lumberton. Maybe is she the ego?
Super ego.
He's the super ego. Maybe she's the ego.
The super ego is like the ideal self, like the godly best self.
Super ego is the part of us that has a conscience, though, has like
Ooh.
morals. Oh, it's the yellow man.
He works for the police department.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot that.
Oh, wow. The yellow man works for the cops. You can't trust the cops. Oh, wow. So he's involved with the drugs. Yeah, I minored in psychology, so.
I don't understand why Frank lets him live. That's what I don't get. Why would he beat him up and let him live?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's why I feel like this is all a metaphor. It's not like literal.
I guess if he killed him, it would be too much trouble.
You can't rationalize an irrational thinker. Very sick and dangerous is one way of putting it.
It's a well-dressed man.
It's interesting how we hear this like clock ticking. That's got to mean something. Well, there you go. He did the right thing. He told him what he knew. All right. Well, maybe the detective will make everything okay. Another white picket fence. So you must be just saying something about modern American society here. Is the whole cliche like white picket fence thing?
Something about it also kind of reminds me of Edward Scissorhands. It's the suburbs, and you have the
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands and the weirdness of that intermixed with the suburb life.
Yeah.
But
Suburban life.
This was 5 years before. There's something just weird about how he places the camera. It's like the camera's up high. Wow.
That's the yellow man. That's Gordon, right? That's his name. That's the so his I was worried that the detective was like actually kind of bad too. So the detective himself is in on this.
Which one? Who?
Well, it seems like the detective is buddies with the bad guy, the yellow man.
Yellow Man works for the police force. He didn't know that until Jeffrey gave him the photo.
Oh, I got it. Okay. So the detective we think is still good. Okay.
But he doesn't want the Yellow Man to know.
Yeah.
But he knows what he knows.
Yes.
Poor Sandy.
So now they're going to like a dance.
It's funny how Jeffrey wears a black suit with a white tie.
Yeah.
Wonder if that means anything.
Yeah. He represents like the blue collar like man.
But I wonder if it light and shadow.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Also, he has like really white skin and dark hair.
Maybe that's all intentional choices. Nothing's arbitrary.
She wears all white, blonde hair.
I feel like there's so many, everything has a deep symbolic meaning. Everything is intentional. But trying to understand these metaphors and symbols.
My favorite song.
What is this song?
I don't know.
Comment if you know what this song is. Seemingly innocent affection.
It's a really long kiss.
This is like a romantic song.
It's a weird romantic song.
Did she just say, I love you, Jeffrey? What about Mike? When did she stop loving Mike? Now she loves Jeffrey. So even in the darkness, you can find love. Yeah, you can actually get affection just from going to a dance. You don't have to break into their house and hide in their closet.
That's the moral of this movie.
Moral of the story is don't break into people's houses and try to play detective work if you're not a detective.
Yeah.
That's the moral that I'm gleaning so far.
Don't move to Lumberton.
Uh-oh, is someone following them? Oh no, someone's following them. Why would Frank's just chasing them now and banging up their car? Why did he let him live in the first place? If he wanted to just terrorize him while he's alive? Oh, so it's Mike. It's not Frank. Maybe Mike is crazy like Frank. Uh-oh. Now he's going to get beat up again? Oh, oh my gosh. Why is she like, what is happening? uh, Now he's saying he's sorry just because there's some lady out there naked? Now he's sorry? What? Oh,
It makes perfect
there's a
sense.
lady standing out there naked.
In
I'm sorry.
David Lynch's mind, it made perfect sense.
Uh-oh. She's like, what is going on with you and this lady? Oh, what? He's just walking her into her house? I think that might mess things up between the two of them. Oh, my secret lover. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. But Sandy had a man too. What's going on here?
He's holding her so tenderly in the scene. He's got Sandy and her mother. Well, he's holding a naked woman.
Yeah. What a first date. Not exactly a way to impress the girl and her mom. She doesn't understand. Now she's distraught too.
Only David Lynch would put actors in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh. But she was with another guy, so.
How did she show up at the house like that? Does anyone know how she?
And now he's just talking to her on the phone. But she just forgave him.
I like her little lamp with the skirt shade thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, she forgave him for his crazy actions.
That's right, Merlith. That's how the lamp works.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it has this flipper on the cord.
Right. Where's my dream? Where's my dream? This whole theme about dreams, and it's like, what is he saying with all of this? Why is he going over there by himself? Like, that's crazy. That's not a smart move. Why would he do that?
I think he thinks he can catch Frank Booth in the act.
By himself? That's really dangerous.
Remember, he's looking for knowledge and experience.
Knowledge and experience.
The forbidden fruit.
Interesting quote by Christopher Titus. Okay. What is he hoping to do by himself without cops with him? Or this weird buzzing sound. It's like the TV. He's just standing there still. Why is he still? They're not moving. Oh my gosh, and he's got the blue velvet in his mouth. Oh, in his ear. Ugh. Something about the ear. Like the ear opens. It's like an opening connects to the brain. He said, I'm going to let them find you on their own.
He's done with the mystery.
Well, that's good. Probably for the best.
So the guy's shot in the head. He's still technically alive, but like paralyzed and standing.
And so the other guy is still.
Is that a real thing, or is that something Lynch just made up?
Yeah, that's not real. But he heard that they were on the way to Frank's place, so. Uh-oh. He better hide. He shouldn't have come in the first place. He's remembering the other guy that's involved somehow with their evil doings.
What are these evil doings?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what they're doing. They're just selling drugs.
They're meeting and exchanging briefcases.
Oh, there he is. He's been spotted. Oh, he's going to try to hide in her place? Better shut the door and lock it. Okay. All right then. He's got a radio.
I love his disguise.
His silly disguise. That silly disguise makes no sense with like the mustache and Oh my gosh, he's breathing in the nitrous oxide again. Oh. That buzzing again. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Yeah, I had no idea what I was getting in for with this. I thought we were watching like a romance or something.
It's technically a romance.
A demented one. I guess the romance between him and the girl is pure. Oh gosh. He got him. Jeffrey.
You did great, Jeffrey. Just like we planned.
He destroyed the evil villain. Now it sounds like Disney music. Da, da, da. All right, the crazy villain has been destroyed. And it seems like their romance is pretty pure and innocent and sweet, so that's nice. It's like happy music.
This whole movie is about how they started dating. Is that an ear? Oh, what? Well, he has his ears, right?
Oh, it's a bird.
It's
It's a symbol of hope.
the robin.
The robin.
It's a robin story.
The symbol of love and hope amidst the darkness.
Now he's wearing a white shirt.
So that must mean something. Oh, his dad feels better. The robin. It is a strange world. Oh, and now we have another shot of the picket fence with flowers. The mysteries of life. The mysteries of life come clean. Oh, look. Oh, she's reunited with her son.
So he saved her son. He saved the whole town.
She's reunited with her son. Blue velvet. Wow. Blue velvet.
Jeffrey is the hero. Rest in peace, David Lynch.
Oh, rest in peace, David Lynch.
The end.
What a unique.
And they lived happily ever after.
I will say this. I think this was my second David Lynch film. The first one I saw was Mulholland Drive. I don't think I've seen any other David Lynch films. So I will say that he has a very unique approach to storytelling. I appreciate there's nothing like this, which is rare because so many stories are predictable in their formulas and their derivative plots. This is very original. So I have to give him that. So this is what I'm wondering, and y'all tell me what you think. I'm wondering if blue velvet is a metaphor for kind of like the energy that connects us all, or sort of like the journey through the subconscious mind. Like, I'm wondering if the ear sort of represented like a gateway, like an opening into the subconscious mind. And it's really just kind of a story about a young man coming to terms, growing up, like almost like a coming of age film. Like he's growing up, he's coming to terms with his sexuality and like, because I was thinking, maybe I could be totally wrong, but maybe the singer lady represented sort of the Oedipus complex, because Freud was all about like, if this is sort of symbolic of like Sigmund Freud and his psychological studies or whatever, Freud was all about, subconsciously, like you want to you want to have sex with your mom and your dad, or like boys have this subconscious attraction to their mom. So I wonder if the singer lady represented a motherly figure because she kept saying mommy.
Oh, Frank Booth was saying that.
Yeah, but she was like, "Mommy loves you." She kept
Right.
saying, "Mommy." So I'm just wondering if that character sort of represented like his Oedipus complex or something. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of Freudian themes in there, and it's about a young man kind of coming to terms with himself and figuring out like who he is. I definitely think there's something to do with like the id and the ego and the super ego, but I don't know.
Okay, so you're on to some things because, according to Wikipedia, the film's thematic framework harks back to Edgar Allan Poe, Henry James, and Gothic fiction. Feminist psychoanalytic film theorist Laura Mulvey argues that Blue Velvet establishes a metaphorical Oedipal family.
Oedipus, like the Oedipus complex, yeah.
The child, Jeffrey Beaumont, his parents, Frank Booth and Dorothy Valance.
Okay, yeah.
Through deliberate reference to film noir, the symbolism is used heavily in Blue Velvet. The most consistent symbolism in the film is an insect motif introduced at the end of the first scene when the camera zooms into the lawn.
The insects, yeah, we see the insects.
This is generally recognized as a metaphor for the seedy underworld that Jeffrey will soon discover under the surface of his own suburban paradise. The severed ear he finds behind the overrun is overrun with black ants. Bug motif is recurrent throughout the film. He's a pest control guy to sneak in.
Yeah.
Most notably, the bug-like gas mask that Frank wears in Jeffrey's exterior disguise. One of Frank's accomplices is also consistently identified through the yellow jacket. Yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket.
Right.
Because it's like an insect. The insects represent the underworld, the dark side of humanity.
Finally, a robin eating a bug on a fence becomes a topic of discussion in the last scene of the film. Wow.
So there's a lot of deep metaphors and symbols.
Blue Velvet was, for the first time, Lynch's particular style was characterized extensively with descriptions like dreamlike, ultra weird, dark, and oddball. Red curtains also appear in key scenes, specifically in Dorothy's apartment, which have since become a trademark of the filmmaker. The film has been compared to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Matthew, we just finished the film. We're talking about, we're trying to analyze the deeper meaning because it's a lot to unpack.
Of Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet establishes his askew vision and introduces several common elements of his work, some of which would later become his trademarks. Distorted characters, polarized world. So you have the suburban paradise, and you have the
underworld, like the dark world,
criminal underworld.
Yeah, I definitely got that juxtaposition of like, oh, this seemingly suburban happy town paradise versus like the dark, seedy, grimy, like it's almost like heaven and hell, like opposite energies. How are you tonight, Matthew? We're just celebrating David Lynch because he passed recently and he's a filmmaker so many people talk about. And
David Lynch has called the film or talked about the film saying that it's about things that are hidden within a small city and within people.
Things that are hidden within a small city and within people. Okay, I could see that.
Dorothy represents the sexual force of the mother figure.
Ah, okay. So I was on point.
Forbidden and becomes the object of the unhealthy infantile impulses at work in Jeffrey's subconscious.
So it had something to do with his subconscious mind, subconscious impulses. Oh, Matthew, you just worked a 12-hour shift?
Whoa.
Goodness. It's a long shift.
Well, maybe you shouldn't watch Blue Velvet then. Maybe it's good. Or maybe you should. It's a
I do like that it has a happy ending and that it ends on a hopeful note. I love that aspect about it.
Blue Velvet has weathered the passage of time better than any other Oscar-nominated film that year, possibly better than any Hollywood movie of its decade. The shock of the new fades by definition, but it has hardly done so in the case of Blue Velvet. That may be because its tone remains forever elusive. Interesting.
Yeah. I think it's one of those films that you could probably interpret so many different ways. But it is interesting that Lynch himself said that she represented the motherly figure. And
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking, that it had something to do with like the subconscious mind and Freudian concepts in psychology. So, yeah. I want to say it's almost as confusing as Mulholland Drive, but I actually think Mulholland Drive is a little more confusing because it feels like you kind of know what's real in this. Versus Mulholland Drive, I was like, what is real? What is not real?
Yeah, everything's ridiculous. Everything's like
Mulholland Drive is more surreal.
everything's just fantasy.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz. This is
This had some surreal moments, but a lot of this was more straightforward than that one. But yeah, I definitely like, to me, I'm getting from this is like, okay, it's important to process and recognize and face the darker primal instincts you might have, to not suppress them, but to actually like face them, acknowledge them, so you can, move them out of the way and function on a higher level.
You can move through them. You can't go.
Yeah.
You can't go around them. You have to go through.
Yeah, you have to go through them to mature, to grow, to evolve to a higher level of consciousness,
or be the hero
and have a happy ending, right? And have like sweet, innocent love and all that stuff. So I think there's a good message in here. Parts of it were hard to watch. Parts of it were icky to watch. Parts of it were just so absurd. It was funny. Kind of mysterious. Definitely kept me interested, though. There was only a couple moments where I was like, ugh. It wasn't like a horror film by any means. I don't know. How would you classify this? As kind of like a psychological thriller, mystery, drama, romance, absurd comedy, satire?
Yeah.
Like
it has lots of genres, and it does feel like an old film, but made in 1986, like a film from the 40s, made in 1986. It feels like it's sort of classic cinema style, and then just all of the weirdness, and then it kind of stays with you afterwards.
Yeah,
you'll think about a lot of it.
I want to like read some more about what other people think of this film. I'm so curious what other people think of it, and what David Lynch himself intended. I'm very curious. I hope I catch you on the next one. Yeah, Matthew, Saturday night we'll be watching How to Train Your Dragon 3, a complete tonal shift from what we just watched. Totally different genre. Just a fun little adventure, How to Train Your Dragon 3 on Saturday night. So if you want to join us for that one, we should be starting that one a little earlier, like 8:30. So maybe you can join us for some of that. American neo-noir mystery thriller. Okay, Merlith, that's funny. American neo-noir mystery thriller. That's a genre of itself.
What do you think of the Isabella Rossellini, who played Dorothy Valens?
I mean, I think she played the part. I'm sure that was a hard.
Is there
part
anyone
to play.
else who could have played that part?
I mean,
that's a strange part.
She played the role like a complete basket case. At times you felt sorry for her. At times you just were weirded out by her. Other times you were like just hoping she can, kind of cure this like awful trauma she's experienced.
I think the main guy is very good too. Kyle MacLachlan as Jeffrey Beaumont. I think his performance is really good. But he's sort of, you don't notice him as much because what's his name? Dennis Hopper is so incredible.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper definitely plays like a lunatic really well.
That is a crazy performance by Dennis Hopper. That was kind of a career defining performance.
Yeah. Cool, Matthew. Well, I hope to see you Saturday, Matthew. Anybody else who is watching along, let us know your thoughts. What do you think of this movie? It's a lot to digest, I know. But
I like the whole thing with the closet.
you think that's a metaphor for something?
Well, because the voyeurism, and then the him constantly being in that closet, and it's that same shot of him looking through the blinds or whatever.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to look at modern American minds, like look down, like dive into the minds of modern American society, like dive deeper. Like he's trying to look at the parts of ourselves that we hide, right? Like the lady was like walking around, she didn't know anyone was watching her. So it's almost like, okay, what are the weirdest things people do when they're alone and no one's watching? Insecurities, hiding in the closet. Most of his stuff I don't really have a clear take on. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I'm sure it's hard to get like a clear take.
When he would shoot movies, he would just be sitting behind the camera and be chain smoking, and kind of giving people really strange sort of direction.
Yeah.
And it was, but everyone always loved working with him. He was great to work with. Like Nick Cage actually did a movie with him.
What was that?
Wild at Heart with Laura Dern and guy we like, Willem Dafoe.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if are all of his films like kind of absurd, surreal, obscure, like are all of them kind of hard to fully understand? Are all of them like this? Or are there any that are just sort of,
Well, there's the movie Wild at Heart, which is a little bit more, it's weird, but it's a little easier to follow. This one's not hard to follow, but I mean,
yeah, it's not hard to follow. I think it's just hard to understand.
Some are just, there's one with Laura Dern that he shot completely on a camcorder. It's 3 hours long.
So he really likes Laura Dern.
He used her a lot, yeah. And
she's an interesting actress. I like Laura Dern because as an actress, it seems like she doesn't make the obvious choices. It seems like she makes choices that are a little offbeat. So she's interesting to watch for sure. So we need to check out Dune. Well, I've already seen.
That's right. He did do Dune right before this.
Yeah.
It was a big flop.
I know.
And then he makes this.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan in this, the main guy, he plays the Timothy Chalamet part.
In Dune.
In the Dune. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And it's an interesting. He's an interesting choice.
Most normal David Lynch movie. The top result was
The Elephant Man.
Oh, The Elephant Man. That's one I've never seen.
Well, it's not very normal.
You saw it?
Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's an interesting one. The Straight Story is pretty normal, but The Straight Story is like that's a weird one because it's like he made it for the Disney Channel. It's like a family movie.
Oh.
Because he would always be looking for ways to like finance his movies.
Okay.
So, because he always wanted to kind of do it his way. And it's rated G. It's about a guy who's traveling across the country on a tractor. So
okay.
It's a little different. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. Enjoyed watching this one.
Sometimes it's nice to see a movie that totally surprises you.
It's a shock to the movie watching system.
Yeah. I'm gonna think more about it, and now I'm gonna go online and look up more about it and see if I can understand it better through the other people's perspectives. And also Lynch himself. I'm curious to find out if there's any interviews or if he sort of divulges, because a lot of filmmakers, they don't really want to tell you what their intention is. They want you to kind of interpret it however you do. But I wonder if there's anywhere where he talks about like his intentions with this.
I'll bet you this one was fun to actually make. It seems like it would be fun to shoot some of those scenes, in the apartment room and the guys dancing around and everything.
Yeah.
It's probably challenging. Probably very
Mhm.
challenging. Probably they had to go to a weird place every time they yell action. But
Well, thank you all for watching this very strange, confusing film. I think this is like a genre in itself. So we haven't seen a movie like this before in one of our live streams on our Real Takes and Movie Breaks channel. So thanks for watching it with us. If you have any more thoughts about it, please comment below. Let's continue to talk about it. And that's what I love about movies is it stimulates meaningful conversation. So if you have anything you want to share, just comment below.
yes.
And
our next live stream will be How to Train Your Dragon 3.
I'm excited about that.
We're going to finish that one off on Monday. Is that what we said?
No, a Saturday.
Sorry, Saturday
night.
Saturday night, we're going to finish off How to Train Your Dragon 3. And then next week on Thursday, we're going to do Star Trek 3.
Star Trek 3.
The Search for Spock.
Yes.
We'll get back to some Star Trek on Thursdays. And then we'll do a poll for our next movie
after that.
But we're in the month of February, so
we'll probably do some romantic movies or any movies about love. It doesn't have to be just romantic love. It can be any familial love, family love, friendship love. Just, most movies have something to do with love. So
yeah.
In February, we'll probably watch some romances though, just for the special theme of the month. But so stay tuned for our movie poll. And if you want to join us Saturday for a fun How to Train Your Dragon 3, hopefully we'll see you Saturday night.
Also, guys, we released today on the channel our Star Trek II Wrath of Khan reaction highlight video. Mm-hmm. If you have a chance to watch that one, that one was a fun one, and we didn't originally watch it on this channel. We watched it on Kimberly's channel, and then I made a highlight video of it, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun because he actually included clips, so you can kind of watch the clips. They're just highlights. It's just short highlights. So sometimes highlights are fun and nostalgic.
Our reaction to it is pretty funny, and it was actually earlier on when we started reacting. Kimberly, it's fun watching Kimberly react because she had never seen it before. So it's a good one, sort of watching the. I don't think you had seen too much Star Trek at that point.
So. I think that was like the second Star Trek.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah. Need to choose romantic movie. Yes. Well, we have How to Train Your Dragon 3 on Saturday, so that'll be a very different genre from what we just watched. So if you can make it Saturday, we'd love to see you all there. And if you have any other thoughts about this film, just comment below. Let us know.
Give us a comment. And really appreciate you guys. That was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, in the meantime, stay real.
Have great takes. I'll see you Saturday.
Take care. Hope to see you Saturday night. Bye.
Yes, agreed, Mopar.
Later, Barlord. Later, Merlith. Later, Mopar. Bye, everyone.